Hello student, I am Anusmita Bora from Onus classes. Let's start the video with one of the important topic, that is dark reaction. As we know that photosynthesis is a two-step process. First one is called light reaction and second one is called dark reaction. As in my previous video I have discussed about light reaction, so in this my video I am going to discuss about dark reaction. We know that photosynthesis takes place in the chloroplast present in the mesophyll cell of leaf, and the light reaction takes place in that granathylakoid portion where the chlorophyll is present, since chlorophyll trap the light energy, and as a result ATP and NADPH is produced. By using this ATP and NADPH, dark reaction takes place in the stroma of the chloroplast. In dark reaction, carbon dioxide is accepted by a primary carbon acceptor, and as a result, finally, a sugar molecule is formed as an organic food. Since in this reaction, the product of light reaction is used, and as a result, after acceptance of carbon dioxide, a organic food is produced. This process is also known as biosynthetic phase. And these reactions are not directly involved with the sunlight, though they are dependent on the product present formed from the light reaction, but they are not directly involved with the sunlight. That's why another name of this phase is dark reaction. Scientists found that in maximum plant, after the carbon dioxide is accepted by a primary carbon acceptor, the first stable compound formed is a 3-carbon compound. So they named this type of plant as C3 plant and that type of process as C3 cycle. They also found that, but in some particular plant, after carbon dioxide accepted by the primary carbon acceptor, the first compound formed is a 4-carbon compound, and they named that type of plant as a C4 plant and the process as C4 cycle. So, depending upon whether the first stable compound is C3 type, or means carbon 3 compound, or carbon 4 compound, plants are divided into two types, C3 plant and C4 plant. But in my video, I am going to discuss about C3 plant, means this type of plant where in the dark reaction, the first stable product is a 3-carbon compound. Come to the C3 cycle or Calvin cycle. So this cycle is known as C3 cycle as the first product formed in this cycle is a 3-carbon compound, and at the same time this is also known as Calvin cycle because this cycle was first explained by the scientist Melvin Calvin, and according to his name, cycle is named as Calvin cycle. So first point you have to remember, the C3 cycle is a 3-step process. The first step is known as carboxylation, second step is known as reduction, and the third step is known as regeneration. So now come to the input and output of the cycle. So this is the diagram of the C3 cycle. So here in this C3 cycle, this first step is known as carboxylation. So carboxylation process, before going to the cycle, you go through the carboxylation process. Look, this is the carboxylation process. So this is a PCA, means primary carbon acceptor, and this compound is named as RUBP, and full form of this compound is ribulose 1,5-biphosphate, which is a 5-carbon compound and a sugar compound. This is known as 1,5-biphosphate since the 1-phosphate molecule, this red color is the phosphate and this green color are the carbon compound. 1-phosphate is attached with the 1 number of carbon and another phosphate is attached to the number 5 number of carbon. That's why it is known as ribulose 1,5-biphosphate. This sugar molecule or primary carbon acceptor accept the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and with the help of a particular enzyme, that is Rubisco enzyme, RUBISCO, Rubisco enzyme, it is converted into a 6-carbon compound which is very unstable. So this compound immediately split and finally it is converted into 2 compound which is known as PGA, phosphoglyceric acid, and this compound is a 3-carbon compound. And here look, 3 carbon come from this side and 1 with 1 phosphate, and here also 3 carbon compound with 1 phosphate. See, so in this step, since the first stable product is a 3-carbon compound and named as 3-phosphoglyceric acid, that's why this cycle is named as C3 cycle. So come to the cycle now. So this is shown here. This is RUBP. Take the carbon dioxide with the help of Rubisco enzyme, form an unstable compound, then it is converted to 3-PGA, and 2 number of 3-PGA molecule will be formed. Next step is called reduction reaction. So now come to the reduction reaction. Look, in the reduction reaction, 2 molecules of PGA molecule undergo a series of reaction. First is take the energy from ATP molecule, which are the product of light reaction, and then the ATP is converted to ADP and inorganic phosphate. Then it take the energy from NADPH, which are also the product of light reaction. Then NADPH will oxidize and it will convert it to NADP and H positive ion. Since here are 2 molecule of PGA, that's why it needs 2 ATP molecule. Again same time it needs 2 number of NADPH molecule. And finally this PGA molecule will convert it into a 2 molecule of triose phosphate, which is also a sugar molecule. Here this triose phosphate also a 3 carbon compound. Look, here are also 3 carbon compound. Only difference is that the position of phosphate is different. So this is also 3 carbon compound and this is also 3 carbon compound. Here from 2 molecules of 3-PGA are used, and by using the energy from ATP and NADPH, they are converted to 2 molecule of triose. These reduction reaction steps are shown here. Here 3-PGA take the energy from ATP and NADPH, and finally from triose phosphate. And this triose phosphate is a sugar molecule. From 2 molecule of PGA, 2 molecule of triose phosphate is formed. Then the last step is known as regeneration step. So in the regeneration step, look, in this triose phosphate means the another name of triose phosphate is G3P. It means glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So from this triose phosphate there are total 6 number of carbon. Out of this 6 carbon, any 1 carbon either from this one or from this one will release, and it will be used in the formation of glucose. And other 5 carbon with 2 phosphate use the energy from ATP and finally converted again to RUBP, so that the cycle can be repeated again and again. Look, this is triose phosphate. Take the energy from ATP and convert it to RUBP, and 1 carbon will go for the formation of glucose. So this is one complete C3 cycle. So from one complete C3 cycle, only 1 carbon dioxide will be accepted, and as a result only 1 carbon compound will be released for the formation of glucose. But since glucose has 6 number of chromosomes, this C3 cycle has to repeat it 6 times to get 1 glucose molecule. So one C3 cycle has to multiply with 6 so that 1 glucose compound can be formed. So if we multiply it with 6, then it will become like that. So this first multiply this with 6, as it is a 5 carbon compound, so total number of carbon become 30. 6 carbon dioxide will come, and as a result 2 molecule of PGA was previously formed. So when multiply with 6, 12 number of PGA will be formed. 1 PGA is a 3 carbon compound, so 12 PGA will have 36 number of carbon. Then again they will take the energy from ATP and NADP. They have also multiplied with 6 and finally got 12 as a result. And from 3-PGA, again this triose phosphate, total 12 number of triose phosphate molecule are formed, and the carbon number become 36. And from this 36 number of carbon, 6 will release to form a glucose compound, whereas other 3 will go take energy from ATP, and as a result they will again convert it to RUBP, so that the cycle can be repeated. So one C3 cycle, like when repeat 6 times, 1 glucose will be. So student, this is the flow chart of one C3 cycle, and this is the, just a minute, this is the flow chart for the formation of 1 glucose molecule. So therefore this is for one C3 cycle. For one C3 cycle, 1 RUBP accept 1 carbon dioxide molecule, and as a result phosphoglyceric acid is produced, and phosphoglyceric acid is converted to 2-triose phosphate. From 2-triose phosphate, 1 carbon is released for the formation of glucose, and other go and they again regenerate RUBP, and this is for the formation of 1 glucose molecule. So in formation of 1 glucose molecule, one C3 cycle has to repeated 6 times. That's why when it multiply with 6, we get 30 carbon compound. Then here 36 carbon compound. Then this 36 carbon compound, which is 12 PGA, is converted to 12 triose phosphate, which is also 36 carbon compound. Then out of this 36, 6 will go for the formation of glucose and 30 will go for the regeneration of RUBP. So this is the flow chart of the formation of one glucose compound. And for one glucose, as a summary, we can write that input is 18 ATP and output is 18 ADP and 18 inorganic phosphate. At the same time, 12 NADPH is used as input and 12 NADP plus H positive was released as output. So student, if you feel that this my video is helpful for you, please like the video and share the video and subscribe my channel. And in my next video, I am going to discuss about photophosphorylation and C4 cycle. Thank you.